I guess this car is special to me, holds a special place in my heart because of the way that it started life. It started pretty rough around the edges. I set about trying to create something special, something one-off and, you know, taking something old and making it new again. I'm Kyle Smith. This is my 1947 Pontiac Silver Streak. The name of the car is Morado Chili, which is the purple chili. I've owned this car for approximately 3 years now. It's taken about 18 months to customise. Starting at the front, it's had a Jag front end put in it, airbag suspension front and rear. The original inline 8-cylinder engine's been taken out and had a 454 big block Chev. We've put a turbo 350 gearbox behind it, extensive chassis modifications in the back. And then we went out to the exterior on the car, completely custom painted it. It's got various gold leaf, candy accents, metal flake features on the car. Fades candy purple from the bottom into a black purple pearl base. The roof's got more takes on custom paint flowing into the interior. It's got a completely patterned out dash, switches for the air ride suspension. We made some fender skirts for the rear of the car, new wheels, new white wall tyres, new Pontiac hubcaps off a different model, off a 56. A few different small touches, but externally, the bumper bars, all the chrome work is the original work that the car had in 1947. I'm just refurbished. So I just started noticing big old, you know, American cars on the road and thought, you know, I really like these things, you know, what is it about them? And anything from around about the 30s up until like the late 50s is what I'm really passionate about. These cars were real, you know, inspiring in the way that they were, you know, really flowing, and the sloper style rear on them, they were a custom car before they even knew that they were going to customise cars. I did look for quite a while to find this particular body shape of car. It was rusted, it was sort of at the end of its life, but I could see potential in it. To find one with a pretty straight, normal chassis and a half decent body, I pretty much jumped on it straight then and there and sort of, you know, had to have it at all prices, knowing that it was what I wanted. You know, the body shape was there, it just needed finishing touches to make it right. I spent a lot of time perfecting it and spent a lot of time building and painting and doing the artwork on this car. Look, it's never only one person. My mates have had a good hand in this as well. So yeah, to now have it and have created what I have with it, yeah, it's a special car to me. I don't think I'll be able to let it go anytime soon. Building a car from scratch, it just holds a nice sort of close part to your heart. When you do it, your friends are involved, your family's enjoying the car. You know, that first drive when it's all done and you get the car registered again it's pretty special. It feels great when you're behind the wheel of Pontiac. It's a completely different drive to, you know, a new car. It is a big old piece of steel. I jump in this thing and I feel free. It's my little get away from work, you know, get away from normal day-to-day stuff, and it's freedom. It's nice, enjoyable times. Throw the kids in the back and go off and grab an ice cream in it. Yeah, it's a nice special thing to drive an old car like this.
Kyle absolutely loves his car. Sometimes I think he loves it more than me.
On certain days.
We've been together for nearly 19 years. I can't even count how many cars Kyle's had in that time. But obviously being young, you know, you can't sort of afford a car like this when you're that age. So yeah, progressively worked his way up and got bigger and better.
Currently at the moment, I own this 1947 Pontiac Silver Streak. I also own a 1930 Model A Ford Tudor, which is pretty heavily customised as well. I also have here a 1931 5-window coupe, which is running a Cadillac engine and 350 transmission. It's chopped 4 inches and channeled 4 inches, which will be the next future project coming up. These are the cars that I like and enjoy, and and want to work with and have my kids work with as well alongside me. Yeah, passion's definitely been there since the start.
So much so that we had to build a special shed at home to house the car.
Yeah. The garage construction began and
Yeah.
it was all about the car in the garage, wasn't it, over the house for a little while?
Yeah.
1-bedroom house with 10-car garage.
Kyle doesn't really have any funny rituals or anything with his car, but he's very particular. He likes to keep his car very clean. If the kids have put their fingerprints on it or someone's done something, he'll spot it from a mile away.
Yeah, I want the kids to enjoy the cars and not be scared of them or scared around them, so...
But understand that they need to respect them and, you know...
Being older cars, it's harder to fix certain things on them or get parts, and I want them to enjoy them. They pretend they're sitting in there driving them and, you know, driving themselves to the shops, and it's nice to watch.
I haven't driven any of Kyle's cars ever. I would be really scared if I scratched it or dinged it or did anything to it, because I would never, ever, ever hit the end of it or live it down. Well, it's true.
Yeah, you can always drive them. The offer has always been there. Sunday driver to me is, I guess, a time where I'm excited because it does give me an opportunity to, you know, dust off my pride and joy, throw the kids in and go and enjoy my Sunday, doing something I love with the family. So to me, Sunday driver is a day off of enjoyment. I think it's pretty much done now. I do have some other ideas for it, but I think that'll be a completely different paint job down the track, you know. I'm just happy enjoying it for the time being, and you know, to where it's got to from where it was is a huge change, and you know, I'm beyond happy with where it's gone. I'm Kyle Smith, and this is my Sunday driver.